Hi, this is Art Martens, and I'm one of the volunteers at City Gospel Mission. It's good to be with you today, and as I've told you before, I come and serve at the City Gospel Mission the third Monday of each month by feeding those there in the dining room and then presenting a message in the chapel. And today we're going to be talking about waiting on God. And I know in the circumstance you're in, it's tough. And I want to bring you a time in the Bible where Noah had to wait on God. And I'm going to read a little bit out of Genesis, starting in chapter 6, verse 9, where it says, "This is the history of Noah's family. He was a good man all of his life. He always followed God. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Jephthah. When God looked on the earth, he saw the people had ruined it. Violence was everywhere and had ruined their life on earth. So God said to Noah, 'Everyone has filled the earth with anger and violence, so I will destroy all living things. I will remove them from the earth. Use cypress wood and build a boat for yourself. Make room in the boat and cover it with tar inside and out.' Noah was 600 years old at the time the rains came. He and his family went into the boat to be saved from the flood. His wife and sons and their wives on the boat were with him. Water flooded the earth for 40 days. The water began rising and lifted the boat off the ground. The water continued to rise, and the boat floated on the water high above the earth. And this went on, and the water continued to cover the earth for 150 days. I'm outside of my home, so sorry about a little bit of traffic noise. I just thought it'd be nice to be out, but you know, we're here and we're not going anywhere. And it said the water covered the earth for 150 days. After it rained for 40 days, that's 190. Then 40 days later, that's 230 days. Noah opened the window in the boat he had made. Then he sent out the dove. The dove came back. 7 days later, he sent out the dove again. And finally, he sent out the dove a third time, and the dove never came back. And then it said, after this, he looked out the window and saw the ground was dry. And then it said by the 27th day of the second month, the ground was completely dry. So it was many, many days after they went in the boat. So they just waited there. And I'm sure they've got, cabin fever like we're getting. And then God said to Noah, "Leave the boat, you and your wife and your sons wives, and go out now. Bring every living animal out of the boat." And so Noah built an altar to honor the Lord. And the Lord smelled the sacrifices that Noah had done. And the Lord said to himself, "I will never again curse the earth as a way to punish people. People are evil from the time they're young, but I will never again destroy every living thing on the earth as I did this time. As long as the earth continues, there will always be a time for planting and a time for harvest. There will always be cold and hot, summer and winter, day and night on the earth." So we know it's not going to happen again, but there are times to where things happen to where we have to stop and think about God. So here are the things I want you to know. Sorry again for the traffic. We are all sequestered like Noah and his family, but God has not forgotten us. We need to have daily prayers for our families and ourselves as we wait on God. God's time for our world recovery will come on God's timetable, not ours. Review these underlined times in the scripture above to see how long Noah's family waited. So what we need to do is to be faithful as Noah was faithful. And I know in my life too, every day I just eat, sleep, and wait. And God has given me time to give messages back to you folks at City Gospel. So I just want you to know, don't forget God. Don't forget to be faithful. And try to do the best you can do. And in God's time, He will release us back to our lives. So God bless each one of you, and I hope that this day, as you reflect on this time Noah waited on God, that you can do the same. God bless you all. Thank you.